Alright, hello everyone, it's Teamrocketdraws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're gonna be drawing Cosmog. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, then let's get started. I'm also gonna put up a reference right now on screen guys, that way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys can get all your details. So this is gonna be a little bit different guys. This is gonna be a live drawing. So this is me right now, so I'm gonna be drawing it with you guys as I'm doing the talking. Usually I do a drawing, then I do a voiceover, but this time I'm gonna change it up a little bit and actually do it this way. I used to do it this way, but what would happen is that my videos would end up really long, so I ended up doing voiceovers just to shorten them. But yeah, so let's get started. So yeah guys, so first of all we're gonna start by doing like sketches, you know, like rough shapes and all that, and then from there you guys are gonna do your final drawing. So remember to do your line slide because we are gonna be doing some erasing, so just keep that in mind. Alright, don't press too hard on your pencil, and if the video is too slow for you guys could always just skip throughout the video, you know, at your pace, or if it's too fast, then just, you know, pause the video as you go. Hopefully I said it right, didn't repeat the two ways. But yeah, so let's actually get started. So for Cosmog, he's not that hard, so we're gonna start off by doing a square. No, actually let's do a circle. Let's do the whole body, so you can erase that, and I'm actually pressing a little bit harder on my paper, that way it's a little bit more, you guys can see a little bit better on video. So yeah, so just take your time on doing the circle, and basically the size of the circle that you do right now is gonna be the actual size of Cosmog. So just do them as big as you want. So just try to do a circle as close as you can to a perfect one guys. It's never gonna be perfect, but just try to do it, you know, go slow. I recommend you guys practicing how to do circles and just shapes in general. It just makes drawing a little bit more easier. So I'm happy with that circle right there. Alright, so now that we have the circle, we're gonna do a square. So it's pretty close. Actually, let me just give you guys a reference line. So we're gonna end up doing, and this one do it really light because it's just a reference line for you guys. So we're gonna do this line and cut this part of the circle, the top. That's not gonna be a line that's actually gonna be in the drawing, it's just to help you guys. So now we need to do the same thing on the bottom, so get another, like the same gap, gotta say it's like right here, and just cut that part off the circle too, like the bottom. And since it's not a perfect circle, you guys are gonna notice that this one looks a little bit longer than this one, and it's just because, like I said, it's not the circle wasn't perfect, so it's not gonna end up the same way, but as long as it's close to it, then that's better, you know. So we're basically cutting off the top of these of the circle, and that's just gonna help us place the square inside. So the square is gonna be, there's gonna be a gap, so I gotta say around here to here, so just do a straight line, and then the other one's closer to the edge of the circle, so I gotta say around here, and it's also pretty close at the bottom, so like that. So now we have a circle, a square inside of a circle guys. So now we could just erase these lines. Now maybe you guys are able to see why we did those lines earlier, why we cut off the top of the circles, just to place this square like right on the spot that we wanted, so it doesn't touch right here guys. There we go. Alright, there we go. So now from here we're gonna try to see the middle of the actual square. We're gonna split it in half basically, so I think the middle's right there. So you guys figure out where the middle is, just do a line. So basically each side should be the same. And now that we have that, we're gonna do the rest of Cosmog. So he actually looks like Ditto, like the inside of him looks like Ditto. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So I gotta say, like in the middle right here, we're gonna do a circle, just a small circle, like in the middle of this. It's closer to this, and then we're gonna do another one on this side, like leveled, and the same size. Gotta say like right there. There we go. So it's pretty small, and that's gonna be the cheek. So now that we have that, we're gonna do like this see, like the mouth starts like around here, so we're just gonna do a reference line going from one of the circles. And if you guys notice, this is the bottom of the circle, so go a little bit higher than the actual bottom of the circle, and this is where the mouth's gonna be. So the mouth's gonna be right in the middle of this line, so we're gonna go like this, and this goes like this. And the mouth is, I think, the same size as the circles, as the cheeks, if you guys look at the reference. So I'm happy with that. So now that we have that, we could do the eyes, which are basically just ovals, and they're right in between the mouth and the cheek, and they're a little bit longer than the cheek. And I'm really bad at doing eyes, so it might take me a couple tries. Hopefully you guys are a little bit better. Now let's do the other end, same on the other side, and we could also do another reference line. That way we know exactly where to put it. Once again, it's right in between the mouth and the cheek. And once again, we can do another one just to make sure that they're the same height, and we can just do another one. So you guys don't have to do these lines, that's just there to make it a little bit easier. If you guys could just do the eyes like that, then go for it. Alright, so now that we have that, guys, we basically got the face. So now we're going to add the tongue right here, which is just like the circle like that. Alright, so now for the actual body. So the actual body, alright, let's look. It's going to be a little bit higher, like around here. So, and then it ends around here on the other side. So now we're just going to connect these. And it's basically gonna be inside of the square that we did. That's why we did the square, just so we can know exactly where it is. So now we're gonna do this one here, and it connects here like this, and then it goes down again. Now for the other side. So the other side starts in the same area, and it goes to around here, and then it just connects to the bottom one right here like this. I'm gonna press a little bit harder, that way you guys can see it a little bit better. And now for the top, it's just gonna cut a little bit like this, and now we just connect them to make it round like that. And now the same thing for this side. And we basically got the inside of a Cosmog. I keep wanting to call him Neby just because of the game. I haven't really played it. I do have it, but I just got my Pokemon, my starter, and then I stopped playing it. So now we can erase all those reference lines. We don't really need them no more. So let me just redraw these because I ended up erasing them. And the eye, do a little bit better. The bottom of the mouth. So we could work a little bit later on the expression on his face, because right now he kind of looks scared and surprised at the same time. But we could just work on that later. So alright guys, so now we're gonna work on the outside. So from here, I'm looking at the reference. So from here we're gonna do a straight line to around here. So basically this is gonna be like straight, and then we're like right here, like where the square was. We're gonna do this shape like right into it almost, and then we're gonna do a gap. Let's work over here at the bottom. So we're skipping, guys, we're like going from spot to spot. So now this one goes like this, and it goes to around here, I gotta say. So it's basically following this shape a little bit further, and then there's one right here. And it's not gonna end up perfect just because it's not gonna be perfect. Now the other one's around here, and it just curves, connects to that one. Alright, so now we're gonna do the bottom right here. So the bottom is also gonna be squared. So I gotta say to where this line was, where the cheek, so it lines up to that. We're just gonna make it straight all the way to around here. So just make this straight, and then from here we're gonna curve up a little bit, and then there's like another little line that goes like this, and it just connects to that. There we go. Now, alright, now for the other side. Alright, so let me see where's a better spot to start it off. Alright, so if this is the line where the square was, let's just follow that. So now this one is actually going to be under it, and it goes all the way to around here, like under the cheek almost. So now we know where to start this like little bubble. So it starts here and it ends here. So now let's just curve it and just connect it like this, and just put that a little bit closer to the square. And now let's just connect these. I might have gone a little bit too low. Yeah, I went too low right here, so I'm gonna fix it. So I'm gonna do a little bit higher and just do the same thing, connect these like this. That way we got enough space to do this part. There we go. So now for the other one, gets to around here, I gotta say. It's a small one here, and it just connects around there. So there we go, guys. It looks a little bit confusing just because of those reference lines, but I use those just to help you guys out, you know, just to make it a little bit easier placing everything, you know. That way everything could be a little bit more accurate to the actual reference. And this reference looks like I got this from Google Images, and it looks like it came from somebody that did it. Can't really see the name of it. It's like right under the side, on the left side of them. But it's from DeviantArt. Alright, so let me just fix this. So we basically got the body, guys, and it looks kind of weird just because of the face expression that he has. But alright, so now we're gonna do the yellow thing on top. So this one's gonna go up, and it's gonna end, I gotta say, like right here. So this is where the yellow thing is. So if you guys go from this part up, basically this is where it's gonna be. So now we could just go from here to here. So it curves up. This one goes up and at an angle, and it just connects like this. There we go. So we could erase that now. That was just there for you guys to make it a little bit easier on you guys. So now it goes in, it starts thin, it just goes up, and it just connects like right there. Alright, guys, so now for the bottom, once again, let's look for the spots where it connects. So it should be exactly beneath this, so like around here, and then it goes up, and it should end around here. So we're gonna do the outside first, and this one ends almost like at a point at the bottom. So gotta say like this, and now it starts really thin, it starts getting bigger, and it just goes like this. I might fix this a little bit. I think I did it too long, but we could always fix that later, you know. It's not gonna be perfect. There we go. So now that we have that, we could add the little, what is that, like the little puffs that he has. So it's gonna be around here, and then here. Just do this little lines. Another one starts, I think, here, and let's try to do them the same thickness. I think they're the same thickness, right? There we go. So now what we could do, just to make it a little bit easier, let's make like a circle shape. Gotta say like this. It's probably as big as his face, like the inside of him right here. So you just do a circle almost that big. Just use that as a reference. Now this one's a little bit bigger, and this one's gonna be actually longer, like longer that way. So it's not gonna be a perfect circle, but still like almost like a circle oval shape, and it's just gonna be almost the same, but just a little bit bigger and longer. So gotta say, like, just work on the shape. Gotta say like that. So I like that shape. Let me erase the extra lines. There we go. So now that we have that, guys, now we could just do the shape of the thing, and I think it doesn't really matter right here. so we could just work with it. Doesn't have to be exactly like the reference unless you guys really want it. So now we're just gonna follow the shape of the circle and start adding all these. This on this side, because it always helps instead of going like starting here and just going all along. It helps going to the end of it and then just going doing that side and then doing the beginning and then just meeting up in the middle. It just helps overall, so I recommend that you guys do that when you guys draw. So then it has like a little one here and then a bigger one here like this, and this is the biggest one like that. You see, and it just meets up and it just makes it a little bit better. Alright, so now we're here. So this one goes like this, it goes in, and the same thing on this side is basically the same thing. Like that. So these are the same. So then there's one right here, and then there's another one here, but this one's a little bit smaller, like that. So it's basically the same thing but a little bit smaller than this side. So now we can do the big one. And right here I'm just following the shape of the like oval shape that we did at the beginning to know how big to make it. So then this one goes around here like this. It's pretty much like a circle. And then there's like another one right here and it just meets up here. This one comes out a little bit more. So it goes like this. Alright, happy with that shape. Now we can just erase all those extras. Here inside it doesn't connect right there and it doesn't connect over here either. So we could erase those. The same thing for here. And we basically got Cosmog, guys. Now it's all about just working on the expression. It kind of looks different because the expression doesn't look the same. Another thing maybe I could work on is just this shape right here. I don't like the way it looks. It looks a little bit too small on my drawing, so I could just go back and fix it, you know. So it's gonna be like this. So I'm gonna leave this one like where I placed that, and I'm just gonna go a little bit higher, and this one a little bit like straight up, a little bit more straight up. It should be a little bit bigger. Like that. Just make it a little bigger because it looks too small compared to the reference. Now on this side. What about on this side? I think the bottom came out okay. And we basically done. So just go over your drawing, guys. If there's something you could change, then change it. Another thing that I might change. So this one goes in a little bit. Same thing on this side. So for example, the stars here, if you guys want to add them, the way I do it is I do it like this. And just do these long. Really can't explain how to do these. Just try your best to do it. Like right here is too big compared to the reference, so I don't like it. I'm gonna do those once I do my finish. Once I do my final drawing. Or I could do them right now, I guess. I just don't want to make the video too long for you guys. So another way you guys could do it is like this. And just do this one big. Like just like the other one I did it too big compared to the reference. So I'll just work on those later, guys. So just try to add them, look at the reference, that's why I put it up there, to do your stars, you know, your details and all that. But I'm basically done. Now I'm just gonna go over a little bit and just work on the actual drawing, just because I don't like the face expression. I don't like this part, in other words. I don't like the way it looks. So I'm gonna see what I could do to fix it, but everything's in the right spot, you know. Maybe it's just adding the color. It just needs the color to make it a little bit better. But then what I end up doing, guys, once I have like the sketch, this is what I call a sketch, I end up erasing my drawing, like you see me here doing it here. I know a lot of people, what they do is instead of erasing it, they just work on their sketch and fix it, you know, just erase whatever they could fix. Or they do that, and then they just ink their drawing, they go over it with the pen. And then once it's dry, then they just erase the pencil. But the way I like doing it is this way. I erase the whole drawing. There we go. And then I can still see the drawing. I don't know if you guys can still see it. But then I just go back, I'm looking at the reference, and I just start making all these little the lines a little bit better. So I know this one goes really close to that, and then the other one comes out around here. So I'm making the lines better, and I'm following the sketch that we did. I like where everything was placed, so I'm just following that, and I just go like this, you know. I go slow, I take my time. I don't hurry up when I draw, just because there's no reason, you know. If I want it to come out good, then I'm gonna have to do it slow. And then there's another one here, and then this is where this comes out, so I might change it a little bit, you know. Alright, see, I messed up there. I went a little too far, so I could just erase it. Alright, so it has like a little circle right here. It has another one here, like a smaller one. And then this is the other one that we did, that I did it too big at the beginning. So I could fix that now. Now it's a little bit easier to fix. So since I like all the body, the shape of the body, I'm just gonna keep it. So I'm just gonna go over the same lines, the sketch, you know, and it looks a lot cleaner if you guys looking at it now. So like this. There we go. And I also like the shape of the body here, so I'm gonna keep it. I think my problem is that I did the features on the face too big. I think that's where I went wrong. So once again, this. So if you guys like where you placed everything, go for it. Just look at the reference, you know. Same thing over here. It goes in a little bit. So if you guys notice right here, I'm not following the sketch that I did. I'm making the shape a little bit better, you know, a little bit more natural. So this one curves down a little bit more. So if you guys notice, you see I'm following almost the same as the sketch, but I'm making a few changes. I'm making the shapes a little bit better. For example, here. If I'm getting quiet, it's just because I'm looking at the references. I'm doing this. I'm going back and forth. So now we're here. So now you guys see what the way I do it, guys. And then, so once I have my final drawing, my final outline, I'll come back to you guys and just show you guys what I did. Or you know what? Since it's not a big change, then I think I'm just gonna show you guys the final drawing. Like once I finish coloring it and all. And then I'll just go through I'll go through all the colors that I used and all that, and the way I did it. So let me just work a little bit more on here. So this one, I don't like the shape of how it was before, so I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna do it a little bit higher. I don't like this right here. It's a little bit more round on the actual reference, so I'm gonna fix that. There we go. So there we go, guys. So just like that. So I'm gonna work on the face and the stars on my own right now, just because I need to focus on it a little bit more. So yeah, so this is how it ends up looking, guys. So just work on your sketch, and I'll come back at you guys once I have my final drawing. Alright, guys, so as you guys can see, this is how it ends up looking like. I used my Prisma Premier color markers to color them, and I have the right colors, but I think I had the close enough colors to actually coming out like the reference. I used like a dark blue for the actual like cloud, and then just the lightest pink that I had for the bottom. Then I just tried blending them, and then since I tried blending them, I had to go over the blue with the pink just so it wouldn't stand out too much where they meet. So that's why he ends up looking a little bit darker, but in the end I think it worked out. And then for the actual body, like the little body, I used just a regular black. For the eyes I used yellow, the same thing for the strap that's on top and the bottom of them. And then I just used the same pink for the mouth and also yellow for the tongue. And then just the blue that I use on the little clouds that are sticking out on the cheeks. And then I did the same thing for the puffs on top of them, on the puffy clouds. I did the same thing where the light blue meets the blue, regular darker blue. I just tried blending them in. It didn't work out as the reference. It's a lot smoother on the reference, but it was made on the computer, so it's a lot easier, you know, to do it with markers. It's a little bit harder, but I think it still came out okay. And then for the clouds, I found out a better way to do the actual little stars that he has, like the white stars. So for the bigger one that you guys saw me trying to do earlier when I was doing the sketch, I found out the best way to do it is just doing a cross and then just doing a circle right in the middle of the cross, and it just makes it look just like the little stars that he has on the puffs. If you guys notice, it worked out. It worked out good enough, you know. It's not exactly like the reference, but the little stars, it just made it a little bit easier, you know, just doing the cross and then just doing a circle in the middle. And for those, I used the white gel pen. They come out really handy, especially when you're using markers, you know, especially when there's white involved, like for highlights and all that. You guys could just use the gel pen over the colors, and it comes out really good. So I recommend you guys getting white gel pens, even if you guys are just doing color pencils, whatever. It just works out overall. And then for the outside, I outlined it in the black pen. But then after the black pen, I used like a blue Sharpie, like a fine tip Sharpie, and I just went over like all around the edges of Cosmog. Because if you guys look at the reference, there's like a blue on the outside of the outline, and I want to do that too, you know, to get a little bit closer to the reference. So I did that, and it came out okay. It's in the reference. Well, it doesn't really stand out that much. What really stands out in the reference is the purple background glow that he has, and I tried doing that too with the color pencil, as you guys see, but it didn't come out good because it's not dark enough, you know, and I didn't want to go too dark with the color pencil. I had to press harder, so I just basically just left it like that, and it doesn't look too good, but at the same time it doesn't look bad having the outside purple with the color pencil. If I could go back, I wouldn't have done it if I knew how to turn out, but at the same time I don't regret it all the way, you know. I think it still adds to the drawing. So overall I think it came out okay, you know. We got pretty close to the reference. So hopefully you guys did end up doing the drawing well too. The reference, like I said, is up there just to help you guys out, and let me know what you guys thought of this video, doing it this way, you know, like doing it live. In other words, not exactly live because you guys are not watching me do it, but basically talking and doing the drawing at the same time, over doing the voiceovers, you know, because doing it this way takes a little bit longer. If you guys notice, for this little drawing, it's been like 27, almost 30 minutes, so it does take a little bit longer. If I would have done the voiceover, it probably would have been like 15 minutes long, so you could say it makes it twice as long, but it just makes it a little bit easier, I guess, because you guys are like hearing me talk as I do it. So just let me know what you guys think of me doing it this way, and hopefully you guys ended up doing Cosmog well too. Let me know in the comment section how he turned out, and yeah, and if you guys, this is the first video that you guys seen by me, make sure to check out my channel. I have a lot of Pokemon drawing tutorials, guys. Leave a comment of a Pokemon you guys want me to draw, but just remember that there's so many that, you know what I mean, it might take a while for me to do yours, your request, that is. But you guys could always check out my channel, you know, probably already did your drawing, the Pokemon that you guys want me to draw. I also have like playlists of like legendaries, mega, and starters, and I think also have a playlist of sun and moon. So just to make it a little bit easier, you guys might want to look there. If there's like a mega that you guys want me to draw, you guys would just go to megas, you know, and probably you'll find it there, because I've done a lot. I've done probably like 15 around there, mega tutorial. So yeah, go check them out. So I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. Once again, let me know in the comment section, guys, if you guys did end up drawing Cosmog. I would love to know. And remember that you guys could always send in your drawings, like the ones you saw at the beginning of this video, to the links in the description, to my email and Twitter. I also have Facebook, but I don't really go on that, so I recommend you guys just sending them in to through email or Twitter. So yeah, so I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next video. Team Rocket Draws out.